me Swain. I'm American, but I live in Italy and I'm a food blogger. I started a vlog today, and the reason is because I want to motivate myself and you to do more in your day. Just remember, you only live once. What are you going to remember the most? 4 days ago, I turned 34. I still feel like I'm in my 20s. But on the other hand, my butt doesn't agree. I mean, my butt used to be like this, and now, 14 years later, it's like this. And things are going to change. I have a plan. In my 20s, I was a huge goal setter, and I lived by one rule. You only live once. What are you going to remember the most? Setting goals led me to do some pretty cool things and helped me to be more courageous every single day. At 25, I spent 10 months traveling the world and backpacking through over 13 countries. I talk about going to New Zealand, going zorbing. You get into a rubber ball and you get pushed down a mountain. This is a Kiwi. Rock climbing, glaciers. China, Great Wall of China right there. Chengdu. Thailand, where I met up with my friend Brian and Suzanne. We went to Cambodia, to Vietnam, and then to India. I went to Italy. After my around the world trip, I stayed in Italy for a year, tried to learn the language, and tried to write a novel. Trying to learn a language in 1 year was so crazy impossible, and trying to write a novel for the first time was even harder. At one point, I was ready to give it all up, and then I met my future Italian husband. He's quite the stallion. So I've been living in Italy for the past 8 years and food blogging the past 3 years. I feel so lucky because I get to play with food all day. And I get to work with my husband. I call him on my blog Mr. Italicano. He is the videographer, photographer for events, a food critic. He's a website guru, the technician. He's also my best friend, and he's amazing. Now that I've gotten you up to speed, let's go back to my problem, my butt. And I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about if you leave anything inactive for too long, it's going to start sagging. And it's going to be harder to catch up with time. So that is why I have a plan to bring goal setting back to my life, to be more adventurous, more risk-taking, more courageous, so that I can be healthier, happier every single day. Step 1, grab a piece of paper and a marker. Step 2, write 5 goals. So now I challenge you, do the same thing. Grab a paper and pen and start writing down your list of goals you want to accomplish for tomorrow, and take some action. Places to run in Correggio. It's really small, 25,000 people. There is no one here. So I really like it, so I can have all my crazy thoughts going on. So I've been running here for the past 8 years since I moved here. And because I didn't know anyone when I moved to Italy, running for me was something I could do every day to explore the city that I lived in, to hopefully meet someone. It's a really good way to keep me motivated to release stress, release all that bad vibes, and to start the day great. So this little tree lane, I call it, is a special place for me too, because it was the first walk I went on with Mr. Italicano after our first date. I actually lost one of my grandmother's ring in these pile of leaves in the fall when we met and we were walking, and it was so special to me, and I was so sad. And the next day I came running and I looked for it for like 20 minutes in the pile of leaves, and guess what? I found it. So perseverance can get what you need done. It is 10:20 in the morning. It is late. I need to go write an article for a client and do a bunch of testing for recipes today. Run back home, and it's so nice out. The sun is coming out, which is called sole in Italian.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I took a shower. The biggest thing today I have is to write an article for a magazine. Here I have my essentials. I have my cell phone, new computer, super light, SD card with new photos, coffee. I used to always drink caffeinated coffee. This is decaf, but it's that little sense of comfort. I'm going to give them this recipe for marinated anchovies with arugula pesto. It seems kind of weird, but when I first moved to Italy, I'd ever eaten an anchovy, and now I love them. They are small fish, so they're small in the food chain, so they have less stuff inside of them. They taste delicious. There are tons of omega-3, protein, all good stuff, and they're really super easy to prepare. Just edited the photo, and now I'm writing the article, and I like to use the program Scrivener. And the reason, I have a lot of ideas going on in my mind, and I need a good way to organize them. And this helps me organize them without having to have files like Word does, where I have to have them separate and choose. This photo is interesting because 3 years ago when I was starting food blogging, I didn't have a lot of accessories. Is a dress, and this here, which looks like a napkin, is actually a tank top. A really cool project that I'm working on is translating a wine book for a really well-known Italian journalist. It's about the wine called Centesimino, and so he's sending the first paragraphs today, tomorrow, and the days coming up that I'll be translating. So I need to give him a call. Let's see if he's available. Ciao! Come stai? For one of my clients, I need to showcase one of their recipes that they don't have a photo for. And this is my setup. I love farro. You should definitely check it out. It's an ancient grain, and I use it a lot in my recipes. I've been testing a recipe for about a week now, and I haven't been able to find the right sauce. But today, an idea came in my mind. So I've tried spinach pesto, kale pesto, spinach kale pesto, and pea pesto, and none of those sauces were good with my awesome green colored matcha pasta. So tonight, I'm going to try a veggie carbonara sauce. So every day I want to do one thing that scares me. What's the thing of the day? Start a vlog! So this is the first vlog episode, and it scares the heck out of me. I have no idea what you are thinking right now, but you might think that it's a horrible vlog, or you might think it's great, you might think it's boring, or you might think it's motivational and inspiring. I have no idea, and that's why it scares me. Action is the only way to get results. Mr. Italiano put on his beet crepe, well, 2 beet crepes. Ricotta, also said ricotta. Found him some balsamic vinegar. This is some balsamic vinegar that a friend of mine gave me, and he makes, and he just has it for his own personal use. One of the most important things for homemade pasta, or any pasta in general, is salt or water. And now, this is only gonna take a couple minutes. And make sure it's organic, or you get some weird pesticides in your body. And I'm gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of ricotta. Needs another minute. I wanna make sure all the time. And the next time when I try this, I'm gonna whisk my ricotta into my eggs because I'm not liking these chunks. Again, matcha pasta with spinach, peas, vegetarian-ish carbonara with ricotta and lemon zest, some valeriana lettuce. Brioche. What else is it called? Cornetto. Sometimes I know more than my husband. We don't eat these all the time. Today's Valentine's Day, so it's our little treat. So I'm really excited about this. I am really excited about this. Made me eggs this morning with farro. I'm really not so excited about this. This is a stain that Mr. Italiano left. Seriously. I think I missed the camera. I got you.